Do you go X or do you go 2X? So I have a decent little coffee setup. It is a decent little machine double boiler, but I need to weigh my coffee. I need to weigh my coffee because I know the difference between a good espresso shot and a poor espresso shot. And most of that has to do with weight. Assuming you have temperature and a lot of the other things that come with it, but most of it has to do with weight. So you want to make sure you have a scale that's accurate enough that you're not putting stuff on the scale, adding some coffee beans to it, and then all of a sudden the numbers are kind of jumbling up. All of a sudden you go by 0.8 or you go by 0.4, you go by 1.6, right? So you want to make sure you have some accuracy here. This one's to 0.1 gram, so is this one. The problem is that it's cheap and it doesn't work that well. So if we get a little bit of water underneath here, I bought 2 or 3 of these, right? They blow up, I throw them in the garbage, buy another one. Yeah, can you do that? Yeah, you can, but you can also invest a little bit more into a better coffee scale that gives you the ability to find something that's grounded a little bit better in terms of fitting onto your coffee machine and having the ability to fit a couple of espresso shot cups. Or you go the cheap method where it's, you know, laying over the side and you're trying to measure and you're trying to balance, you're trying to tar and it's moving around. Don't do that. Spend the extra little bit of money that you've invested in your espresso machine to actually buy a better scale. Now, can you spend more? Absolutely. But would I spend more based on what I've seen and what I've developed over time with my espresso machine? Probably not. I don't think $100 measurement system like a scale is going to make a difference in terms of how your coffee is going to turn out. But I will say that X to 2X, it does make a difference. So invest in the 2X, look for the USB-C charging, look for the ability to have the scale so that it sits underneath the espresso machine. So the one thing I do not like about the smaller scales that maybe some of the larger scales do have the advantage of is that on the timer, which you can reset, and you go and you start the time, it's only a 1 second time, so it doesn't really give you an idea of when the 1 second is going to end until it clicks through. Now, is 1 second a big deal? Probably not. It doesn't work for me, but as I'm coming into the kitchen, when I see it at 0.2, I can go, okay, well, I can switch it off because it's almost there. Because it's going to take me half a second to be able to at least get my hand to it and then turn it off, or even less than that, I think. So just watch for that. That's something that I find disappointing. On the MHW-3BOMBER scale, it only goes in grams, doesn't go in ounces, doesn't go in any other unit measurement. So that's something of a disappointment to me. Now this scale it will convert to different units but again, it's big, bulky, and truthfully, it's ugly. And you want a nicer scale when you're going with your home espresso system that's all set up and doing better. So have a great day.